We did it. We finally did it. We have finally witnessed an actual good Star Wars project. We have finally witnessed a full-length season of a Star Wars show that hasn't pissed us off, that has not made us mad, that has not made any fans frustrated due to convoluted plot, due to horrible characters, due to unlikable stories and horrible CGI. We have finally reached a point in the Star Wars fandom. We have finally reached a point in the Star Wars timeline that we are happy with what we got. And you guys are probably asking, big bro, what are you talking about? What has happened in the recent history of Star Wars that caused us to finally reach a milestone such as this? And I will explain it in this way. The last recent Star Wars projects were ass, in my honest opinion. Ahsoka, Star Wars The Acolyte, and Obi-Wan. All of those three projects in terms of TV shows were hot dookie. They were hot garbage. They were worse than a dumpster fire rolling in the middle of the street because they disrespected the characters of Star Wars. They disrespected the world of Star Wars. They tried to rewrite the entire world of Star Wars just to fit the narrative that those three particular shows were trying to tell, and that's why those three shows all failed. That's why Star Wars The Acolyte is not gonna get a season 2 because it has been canceled by Disney, and thank God that happened. We need to thank the heavens, we need to thank the Lord that the dog shit story of Star Wars The Acolyte is not gonna be continued. I'm pretty sure Obi-Wan and Ahsoka are gonna continue, so we might still have to stomach and witness the slop of those two shows, but at least one down, two more to go. But this rule, this narrative, this status quo that I'm talking about of trash Star Wars does not apply to Star Wars The Skeleton Crew. Star Wars The Skeleton Crew is the milestone that I'm talking about. Star Wars The Skeleton Crew is the dream that I'm talking about in this video. Star Wars Skeleton Crew might be the show that can bring back Star Wars to the mainstream, that can make Star Wars be loved again, that can make Star Wars be respected again because of the characters that this show has and the story that this show is telling. And the story that this show is telling is small in scale, but the way that the finale handled this small scale story, I was really satisfied with it because they didn't add any convoluted twists, they didn't add any weird side plots or weird subplots. They just completely kept the story as it has been told since the first episode all the way up until the end. Let me actually explain why the Star Wars Skeleton Crew's finale proves that this show is a beacon of hope in the Star Wars community, is a beacon of hope in Disney in general, because they have been producing some stinkers. So I hope that the producers and the writers that have been working on this show, I hope that they can convince Kathleen Kennedy to please continue making shows like this. Please continue making shows and creating projects and movies that really satisfy fans and that are actually entertaining and funny, but also having good action sequences as well. But the finale starts off where episode 7 left off, and that is Jod, aka Satan's greatest soldier, aka the King Von of the Star Wars universe. He is holding the parents of Wim, KB, Fern, and Neil hostage, and he is still masquerading as the emissary. So he is trying to trick the droids of the Atton's defense so that he can successfully infiltrate and successfully call the pirate ship that is above Atton's barrier, because that's the only way that the invasion can start. But as Jod, he is still acting as if he is this good Jedi. He's still acting as if he's a trusted member of the Republic. He tells the parents of the Skeleton Crew to go home, but he wants Fern and Fern's mom to stay with him so that he can, quote unquote, in Jod's own words, help Fern to learn how to respect good work and help Fern learn how to respect elders as well. So as this is happening, we see that Wim, he is at home right now with his dad, and his dad, he's telling Wim that he's still going to have to study so that he can take the assessment that is going to happen tomorrow. But Wim, he's not interested in any of that. He's not trying to hear what his dad is having to say, because Wim, he's still worried about what's going to happen to Fern, what's going to happen to Neil, what's going to happen to KB, and what's going to happen to the entire planet of At-Aten. So Wim, he is trying to secretly tell his dad that, look, we need to do something about this, but he is trying to say it in a way that the droids will not hear, because Jad, he sent the droids of At-Aten to each member of the skeleton crew. He sent all these droids so that the droids could spy on the kids and detect any of the kids are trying to cause any type of coup or to cause any type of situation or altercation that will interfere in Jad's plans. So as this is going on, we're seeing that Jad, he is using subtle intimidation to intimidate Fern's mom, but Fern, she is trying to secretly tell her mom, look, we are in danger. This person is not to be trusted. But the character trait of Fern's mom is that she is a wuss. She is a coward, in my honest opinion, because Fern's mom does not want to stand up to Jad because she is intimidated by his presence. Even though it's good that she's doing this in order to protect Fern and not get Fern hurt, but she is not trying to stand up in any way, and she is naively trusting Jad's words as Jad is the emissary until they reach the center of At-Aten, and this center that the At-Aten citizens and residents that they basically worship to is kind of their god, but their god is actually a computer. It's a giant computer that is the sole power of At-Aten. And when Jad, he is meeting with this computer, the computer is asking Jad some questions, but the computer actually is smarter than Jad thinks, because the computer detected a while ago that Jad is a liar. Jad has been lying the entire time. Jad is not a member of the Republic, and he's also not a Jedi, because remember, the Jedis have been dead for a long time. So when the giant computer, he is trying to alert the droids as to what's happening, Jad, he uses the lightsaber to slice that computer in half, basically destroying At-Aten's entire power source. So now even the roads, the street lights, the highways, any type of electronic device or electronic vehicle, electronic transportation, anything electronic on the entire world of At-Aten has been neutralized, has been turned off, has been depowered. So now this also is creating a new trouble in itself, because this means that the barrier for At-Aten is going to be in jeopardy. And the way that this happens is because Jad, he is now intimidating Fern and Fern's mom. He is basically threatening that he will kill both of them, or he will kill one of them, if they do not tell Jad right now how to completely shut down the barriers of At-Aten. At first, Fern, she is trying to fight Jad. She is trying to not have Jad know how to turn it off. But remember, the character of Fern's mom is that she's a coward. So Fern's mom, she reluctantly, but as a coward-like gesture, she willingly tells Jad how to shut down the barrier. And when this happens, Jad, he shuts down the barriers for the pirate ship to finally reach the surface, reach the planet of At-Aten. And now Jad, he is sending these pirates to take over every single place of At-Aten. And the way that this starts is by the big mothership of the pirate ship is shooting down blasters at the citizens, at the civilians. And after shooting at the civilians of At-Aten with the blasters from the main mothership, the mothership now deployed many mini ships that harbored pirates to start to round up and to antagonize the citizens of At-Aten. So all of these mini ships will be able to round up the citizens of At-Aten, because Jad, he wants the citizens of At-Aten to be alive, because he wants them to be his personal slaves. He wants them to work for Jad so that they can be unwilling helpers of the pirate organization. And I'm just looking at all this and I'm just seeing that Jad, he really does not care about anybody else. He will literally manipulate anybody in his way just so that he can get what he wants. And in a way, he is actually manipulating the pirates as well, because remember, by killing Brutus, they are now unwillingly, well, willingly actually, because they want the money as well. But if you kind of really think about it, the fact that they're working for Jod is just because he killed Brutus, just because he killed their former leader. So in a way, they're kind of basically working for Jod through fear. So Jod, he is proven that he is actually Satan's greatest soldier, and Jod, he is proven that it doesn't matter who you are. It does not matter if you're a child. It does not matter if you're a pirate. It does not matter if you are a Republic soldier or just parents of kids. Jod will hurt you. Jod will manipulate you. Jod will try to kill you. And as this is happening, we're seeing KB and Neil, they are still at home, but they are witnessing the invasion in real time. So both of them have to go on their bikes, because this electronic power shutdown does not affect the speeder bikes that are on AT-ATN. But when they now are going on the hover cars, they still have the walkie-talkie that they picked up in their adventures. So they're talking to each other, trying to create a plan, trying to create a strategy in order to go inside the AT-ATN's main building so that they can turn back on the power. But when Wim, he is also in this plan as well. He's trying to run. The dad is following them with another speeder the dad picked up from the street, and the dad, he's trying to tell the kids, look, you guys need to go home until the pirates start shooting at them. So now the dad, he is actually believing Wim's story. He has finally seen the dangers of the outside. He has finally seen the dangers of letting Jod inside AT-ATN's main building. So now the dad, he is having to reluctantly work with the kids and trying to save the kids and protect the kids as well. But the thing I liked about the dad's character is that the dad, he later gradually is starting to like the kids' adventures, because he is having fun with the speeder. He's having fun with evading and just trying to escape the bounty hunters and the pirates. So as this is going on, Jod, he is just a maniacal evil person, man, because Jod, he is proven that he does not care about these kids. He will kill them in a heartbeat. So as the kids of the skeleton crew, they now come up with a strategy that, look, Wim and Wim's dad, they need to go to the building that Jod is at, and they need to try to distract Jod or try to pull down the lever that brings back the electricity of AT-ATN. So as Wim and his dad do that, Neil and KB, they need to find a way to go and take back the Onyx Cinder. So the way that Wim and his dad's plan worked is that Wim, he was used to distract Jod initially, but as Wim is distracting Jod, the dad, he's going to go to the computers and hack the systems to bring back the electricity, and that plan worked. But KB and Neil's plan, Neil, he got separated from every single person, so he was hiding in a school or a big building. But KB, she managed to steal the ship, and now she was on the ship with the Robot 33, and they were flying. They actually went past the barrier. KB, she called help. She called Kim for help, and Kim, when she received the call, it was already too late, because the main mothership of the pirates now shot down the Onyx Cinder. And in real time, Jod, he's holding the parents of Fern and the parents of Wim alongside Wim and Fern as well, and he's having the lightsaber. He is basically overpowering them, and he is threatening to kill Wim's dad. So they're watching in real time. They're watching KB's ship crash land, and to be honest, I thought that she died. I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I kind of wanted KB to die. Not because her character was bad, far from it. KB's character was pretty good in this show. It's not that I wanted her to die because I didn't like her character. It's just that I kind of think that if she died, it would have added real stakes to the story, because these guys are pirates. Even though obviously some off-screen deaths were happening, you know, a pirate invasion, some deaths are bound to happen, and I kind of wanted to see one of the main characters either get really hurt or possibly die. This is just my opinion upon this little part. But as this is happening, we actually think in real time that KB died. So Jod, he's trying to tell the kids, look, I didn't want nobody to die. I didn't want nobody to be hurt. I just wanted the credits. And then Jod, as this is going on, he's telling everybody his backstory. And we hear some parts of his backstory because Jod explains that his Jedi Master died during Order 66. The people that were killing his master forced Jod to witness his master's death. So he is trying to explain to everybody that, look, this is the way that the galaxy is. The galaxy is dark. The galaxy is not good. The galaxy is not cookies and creams. So I'm doing this because I can. I will kill anybody in my way because I can. When Jod, he just yapping in front of everybody, an opportunity arises when the dad, he now punches Jod straight in the face. Jod, he quickly recovers and he is basically holding the dad by his neck, and he is using his force powers to try to stop Wim from grabbing the lightsaber. But as Wim, his grip was about to be loose, then Fern came to grab the lightsaber alongside Wim. So as that's happening as well, Fern's mom, she is trying to not be a coward, but she is also thinking of the fact that, look, if I don't act now, then that means Jod will get his way. So as all of this is happening, as Jod is choking the dad and as Wim is having the lightsaber, we see that the mom, she is now pushing the lever, the same lever that the dad is trying to push. So simultaneously, when they both push the lever, the electricity has come back on, and now the barrier is finally fully free so that transportation from other ships can be possible. So then the Republic ships that KB called before her crash landing have finally arrived, and they're proving that their power is too much for the pirates. They are easily wiping out the pirate ships. They are easily wiping out the entire mothership. And as this is happening, the people of Atz-Atten, the citizens and the residents of Atz-Atten, are celebrating because finally they're receiving help. Finally, they are free from the shackles of the pirates. And Jod, he's witnessing all this is happening, and he's realizing, okay, I am cooked. I am done for. They are coming to get me. They are coming to arrest me. But I kind of don't know what happened here. I don't know if like Jod died. I don't know if Jod got arrested, because when Wim's dad, Fern, and Fern's mom were escaping, Jod, he didn't follow them, but we didn't see what happened with Jod. I kind of wanted to see what would happen with Jod. I'm still unsure if Jod got arrested or if Jod got killed. But as the episode has ended, we see that KB is still alive, because when the entire crew and the parents of the skeleton crew go to the ship that crash landed, they see that KB is on the ship. They at first think that she's dead, but KB, she weakly coughs and she indicates that she's still alive. So that's how the skeleton crew finale ended. And like I said earlier in the video, I was satisfied with the ending. I was satisfied with knowing that yes, we have watched 8 episodes of a solid Star Wars show. Finally, we have watched 8 episodes of a Star Wars show that did not piss me off in the slightest. Even though at first, remember in the first episode, I was slightly pissed off because of the earthly setting of Atz-Atten, but watching all these 8 episodes, it made me shut my mouth. It made me realize, okay, they had a good reason in making Atz-Atten so different than the other Star Wars locations and planets. And I really respect the writers of the Star Wars skeleton crew for trying to be innovative and trying to think outside the box and also making that make sense. So to be honest, the finale of the skeleton crew is very effective. I'm pretty sure nobody really watched the skeleton crew, man. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. But that's the end of the video. I'm out. Peace.